extraordinarily close to these guys. I'm not sure if I want to call in my previous kills. 15 kilometers. It's kind of pushing it at 15 kilometers, to tell you the truth. So we're not going to call in the kills. That's not a thing we're going to do. How about water in the boat? Is that an issue? 0.7 meters. I'm not super concerned about 0.7 meters. Everyone appears to be fairly rested. Okay. Looks like we are all caught up. Alright, that's a problem. That's a serious problem. I figured Skipper... See, this is the part of the game that is bothersome. Okay, let's look. So my max sight circle's out here. So that ship made it almost 2 kilometers into sight range before the game recognized what was going on. So, yeah. Good job, lookouts. All right, we got to smash onto electric motors. We got to dive the boat slightly to 20. Hope like hell they don't catch a glimpse. Let's see now. They're going to be sort of... Wow, we're going to be extremely close to this fella. I'm thinking, what do we got under keel? Let's go ahead and crash dive. Let's bring it right down near the bottom. We'll hover just above the bottom. And we'll see what we can get done here. We're not going to use depth keeping just yet. We're going to rest a little bit. Valentine still needs a little bit of time. Little bit of time for Val. All right, boat. Let's do boaty stuff. You and me, my guy. Semi, my guy. Let's go start having a little look-see. Or rather, a listen-see. 49 meters off the deck. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's get somebody on depth keeping now. So I don't want to actually crash into the deck. I would just like to sort of be above it. Once we're in position, that's when I'm going to get Val... yeah, we'll get Val on the hydrophone again, figure out where these guys are. Sure, Val, you might need a coffee. You might need a coffee, Val. Not 100% sure, but I'm thinking it's probably in your future. 24 meters off the deck. I mean, that looks about right. Okay. Who am I to argue with a pinger? It knows what it's doing, right? Val, let's go have a little listen. We might even be able to get away with doing torpedo maintenance down here, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so it looks like this is the ragged edge of the convoy, which is less than ideal. Because we're looking at, I mean, that's not terrible. 4-kilometer shots, more or less. Yeah, this is not bad. So provided we don't get picked up here, this is actually a pretty good approach, honestly. So if I wait until he's past me, what are we looking at here? Something like this. We'd miss this shot. We'd get this one, and maybe this one if I could warm fast enough. I'm really tempted to start warming. Here's the thing, though. If I start warming now, I won't be able to use them. They'll be long cold by the time I get to actually use them. So, that's not what we're going to do. We're picking up more ships. Heading on a course of 70.6. We may visit them shortly. Not very protected, this convoy. We're looking at, I mean, so far I can only see 3. I would imagine it'd be a lot more, though. Okay, now. He shouldn't be able to hear me at this point. Let's go ahead and get started on torpedoes, please. T1, T3, and a T1. And we're also going to start raising the boat to the 20-meter mark, give or take. All right, let's see how that does. So I think we've got a shot. If I can turn the boat a little, we've got a shot at all 3 of these ships. If I can just turn a little bit. Everything's going to come down to the warming, though, I think. If I can just turn the boat ever so slightly, I think I've got 3 decent shots. I just want to turn it like that much. Probably just like that. That should be fine. All right, I'm going to just slide forward at speed 1 here. We shouldn't be detectable right now. This guy could possibly hear me, but man, their hydrophone operator would have to be absolutely amazeballs for that to happen. Let's get started on number 4, because I'd like to take 3 shots if I can. Okay, so we're going to be using the chart because we're only going to time these blaggards for 1 minute and figure out how fast they're going in on what tack. So let's see how that looks. Okay. 62 degrees is their course, and the speed is shoot. All right, it's going about, I would say, 6.5, because 210 puts it below here. So if we subtracted 6, no, more like, I'm going to say 6.8. 6.8 is what I'm going to go with. That's my guess. 6.8 at 62 degrees. Okay, let's start plugging in some values. All right, so this is our first shot, obviously. It's the farthest target, so it only makes sense. We're actually going to come to a stop as well. I'm going to take the measurements from, say, here to try to compensate for our forward momentum. And we're going to put the... I think that's a tanker, everybody. I think it's a tanker. I do believe that's a tanker there, people. That is 379er for a distance. Let's bring up the torpedoes. I want this one to be a T1. I'm thinking I might risk an impact trigger here because the angle should be pretty good, I think. I think the angle should be pretty good on this one. So we're going to go with an impact. We're going to set the LUT much higher, more like 5,500 meters. And we're going to have the LUT turn to its right. And I'm going to want it to go maybe 105 degrees. That's what I'm going to say. We want a depth of fairly shallow. Let's go with 2 meter depth. And that should be that. Firing. Torpedo away. Now, second target. Second target's distance is... Hang on a sec. Let's make sure that we know what we're talking about here. Say there. That one's 28. This one's slightly less. Okay, so this is technically my farther target. We want that to be pretty much where it is. That's a good spot for that. 2870. I wish they'd come up with a mod to make these numbers bigger. That's what I need. This one's going to have to be a magnetic. And that's fine. Magnetic torpedo. Set this to 3K. No, set that to 3,500. We want it to turn... let's have it turn right. 152 degrees sounds fine. Firing. Torpedo away. Third target. Third target is approximately where? 2790. 2790. Oh, I forgot to set the depth on that last torpedo. It's going to hit at the 2 meter mark. That sucks. Wasn't thinking. Wasn't thinking, everybody. This one is probably also... I'm going to go with a impact on this one as well. 3,500 meters at... I feel like I want this to turn at 270 for whatever reason. I just have that in my head. Let's let that flood up. And... anytime. Firing. Torpedoes away. Away. An Empire Bell, everyone. 40 seconds to impact. 10 seconds to impact. Solid hit with that that was a magnetic trigger, I believe. All right, we struck her just shy or just behind the superstructure. We did a fair amount of work. The SS Barroy is burning, and she is in dire straits at the moment. All right, our next shot is heading towards... Are we heading towards another Empire? Yes, my friends, we are. I believe this one was also... This one was an impact trigger. Now, it's possible we're going to miss here. She just hit her brakes. We might clip the... yeah, we should... Okay, we're gonna be all right. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. We're going to hit this guy. The SS... Nordnorge. Boomskis. The Nordnorge has been struck a mighty blow. She's Norwegian. Again, fairly forward. That gives me hope, though. It means that we might actually have a chance of hitting... Not a great chance. Not a great chance at all. But we might hit this last ship, maybe. And she is a tanker. Let's go, baby. Come on. Damn. Oh, yes. Yeah. Love it. So good. That is so good. Very pleased. Very pleased with how that turned out. All right. Now. Hello? So ordinarily this would be the time that I start doing really silly crap, rushing into the convoy, etc., etc. What we're going to do instead is dive to maximum safe depth. And the reason for that is we're getting very close to the end of the war, and I just want to finish it. Do you know what I mean?